The flashlight beam disappeared into the darkness. For several seconds, the officers saw nothing. Then one of them froze. There was something at the bottom of the well. At first, it looked like a person standing motionless in the shadows. The officer immediately called for a rope. A volunteer was lowered down to investigate. As he descended, the air became colder. The smell was strange, like wet earth mixed with something rotten. When he finally reached the bottom, he discovered the truth. The figure wasn't a person. It was an old wooden statue, human-shaped, weathered by time. Its face had been carved into an expression of terror. No one knew how it got there. The well was searched from top to bottom. There was no tunnel, no hidden chamber, no evidence that 200 villagers could have passed through it. Yet something else was found. Wrapped around the statue's neck was a small leather pouch. Inside was a collection of handwritten pages. The pages were badly damaged, but investigators managed to read parts of them. The writings belonged to a school teacher who had lived in Adebiyi nearly 40 years earlier. His notes described a frightening local legend. According to village elders, the well had once been considered sacred. They believed it connected the living world to another place. For generations, villagers performed rituals near it. But after several unexplained disappearances, the well was sealed. Most people eventually dismissed the stories as superstition, until investigators discovered the final entry. The last page was dated just 3 days before the village vanished. It read, "People have started hearing voices at night. They say someone is calling their names from outside their homes. Several families claim they have seen lights moving near the old well. I fear something is terribly wrong." The entry ended abruptly. No signature, no explanation. As news of the disappearance spread, journalists arrived from across the country. The mystery attracted national attention. Hundreds of volunteers searched forests, rivers, and nearby towns. Nothing. Not a single villager was found. Then another witness came forward, an elderly hunter named Adekunle. He claimed that on the night the village disappeared, he had been camping several miles away. Around midnight, he woke up to a strange sound. Not screams, not voices. A humming noise, low and constant. When he looked toward the direction of Adebiyi, he saw dozens of lights moving across the darkness. The lights seemed to drift above the village before suddenly disappearing. Most investigators dismissed his account, but Adekunle never changed his story. Months passed. The case grew colder. Then a discovery was made that would shock everyone involved. Because deep inside a forest nearly 50 kilometers away, search teams found something impossible. A row of footprints, hundreds of them, all heading in the same direction, and all ending suddenly in the middle of an open field, as if the people who made them had simply ceased to exist. To be continued. Watch out for the final part.